Aumakua aloha mahalo. E ho'omai kai. Ika halau kea. Ame ike po e manu kea. Aloha. I'm Serge Kahili King. Hawaiian shamanism, which is a healing art, very similar to shamanism all over the world, is based upon a philosophy that comes from ancient Polynesia called Huna. And this philosophy has 7 ideas or 7 principles that are the guidelines for how to practice the art. And we'll start with these, and so you can start to learn them and practice them yourselves. The very first one is Ike. The world is what you think it is. As you can see here, the color that's associated with this principle is white, and the power animals that are associated with this principle is the dolphin. Actually, any sea mammal, but we usually use the dolphin. Now, the idea that the world is what you think it is means that we have the ability, by changing our thought, to change our experience of the world. And all of shamanism is based upon this idea. It has to do with beliefs and thinking. If you can change the beliefs, or if you can change the thinking, you can change experience. The second principle is kala. There are no limits. The color associated with this principle is red, and the power animal is the bird. As you see here, it can be any kind of bird, but the bird is the principle associated with this. The idea that there are no limits means a couple things. It means, one, that anything is possible if you can figure out how to do it. And it also means that we're all connected with everything around us. We influence the universe influences us. Nothing is totally and completely separate. Sometimes we say separation is a useful illusion that enables us to do certain things, but basically everything is interconnected, and that also means everything influences everything else. The third principle is makia. Energy flows where attention goes. The color is orange. The power animal is the cat, either a house cat or a lion, tiger, leopard, any kind of cat. This is one of very important principle, because this says that wherever you direct your attention, your energy flows. Your energy, your physical energy, your mental energy, your emotional energy. And if you can keep focusing your attention, then you start attracting energy from the world around you that increases the effect of whatever you're focusing on. Whether this is for healing the body, whether this is for manifesting better circumstances, whether this is for learning from nature or helping to alter society, whatever it is you focus on, the energy flows wherever you keep your attention. The fourth principle is manawa. Now is the moment of power. The color is yellow. The power animal is the ox, usually. It can be a buffalo, an elephant, a deer, but usually the ox. This idea says that all power exists in the present moment. There is no power in the past that has any effect on you, no power in the future that has any effect on you. Here is where all power is. And from here is where we change things. Here is where we plant seeds for the future. Here is where we harvest the crops of the past. Here is where we change things. The fifth principle is aloha. To love is to be happy with. And we can also say love is the source of power. The color you see is green. The power animal is the horse in any one of the forms. Now, aloha meaning that to love is to be happy with. This aloha spirit that you may have heard associated with Hawaii is fundamental to the healing process. So when you are loving someone or loving something, you are doing that to the degree that you are happy with it. There is something about it that you love. This can even apply not only to people, but to careers, to vocations, to nature, to whatever it is that you really love, you love it to the degree that you are happy with it. If there is something about it that you do not like, then you don't love that. So if you want to increase goodness, you love it more. If you want to increase or improve a relationship, you increase the love in that relationship. Okay? Not so much trying to change the person, but loving the good about that person even more, so that you amplify and increase that love, that goodness. The sixth principle is mana. All power comes from within. The color is blue. The animal is the bear of whatever kind. This principle, that all power comes from within, is a recognition that we all come from the same place. We all come from spirit. It is spirit within us that is the origin of power. And all the power for our lives comes from within us. All the power for change in our lives comes from within us. When we are doing healing or helping others, we're helping to stimulate and draw out their power. When we feel weak and we feel helpless and we feel that other people have more power than we do, we are using our power to think that way. So in this principle, we have to recognize the source of power is spirit. That spirit is within each one of us. Finally, we have the seventh principle, pono. Effectiveness is the measure of truth. And this also means that there's always another way to do anything. The color is purple or violet. The animal is the wolf, sometimes the fox or coyote or dog, usually the wolf. This principle says that all systems are arbitrary. They're all made up. All systems of philosophy, of thought, of ideas about the universe are made up, including this one. This allows you then to use whatever good is in any system for whatever purpose that you want to do it with, use it for. In shamanism, it's always for a healing purpose. But it says that you use what works. So it's not better to work with the mind than it is to work with the body or with physical things. The better way is the way that works to produce the goodness, to produce the healing. Because pono not only means success and effectiveness, it also means goodness. Those are the principles on which this knowledge is based.